Hello and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. My name is Sensei and you're watching a closing bell stream, but more importantly an XRP stream, because XRP looks like it's quietly setting up for a big move. I've got an update on the Clarity Act. I've got an update on the XRP chart. We will be going over to our private members event after this to do all your chart requests, to share our trades, to share our thoughts. As always, never financial advice, but we do save that for our private members. How do you join that event? Well, you just become a newsletter member. The link is in the live chat. That's just one of your many perks, and I'll give you a private link to that event starting right after this live show. You can always join later and rewatch the shows. Join us for our next private events. Join us for all the other perks of the newsletter, such as the XRP weekly and the daily forecast, plus the chart training course. Those are some of the perks you get as well. But thank you everyone for tuning in. Let's get straight into the show. Who is here with me? Say hi in the chat. Say hello in the chat. Who do we have? We've got Jim here. We've got Love the Rain, Wayne here, Knocking Star. So, oh wow, look at this. Never seen this before. Look at this. We've got a Knocking Stars gifted 30 jewels. Thank you very much, Knocking Star. Vaz told me the other day that he was being a bit mean. I was sending him jewels. I was sending him a few stars, sending him a few red cards, and then he told me that each jewel is worth 1 cent. And then he wasn't very appreciative of my 1,000 jewels I sent him. So you know what? I appreciate it, guys. Whether it's a star, a flower. Obviously, I definitely appreciate the 1,000 jewels, but I appreciate it all. I'm not like Vaz. Don't worry. I appreciate it all. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're just waiting for everyone to get here, and then we'll go on to the main part of the show. About 8 minutes from now, the markets will close. So let's just start off with a quick look at the markets, and then our tops. Actually, let's start with our top stories, and then we'll come back to our market watch when we look at the bell.
I can't believe this.
Wow, look at this. 12
Marty
months.
has become a member. Oh damn, it's been a whole year.
It's been a whole year, see Marty. Thank you for being a member for a whole year. And I believe you're a newsletter member as well. So thank you very much for that as well. Maybe coming up to a year of being a newsletter member as well. Okay, so a quick look for our top stories. How do we look at our top stories? Well, we go over to the morning forecast. I hope you guys are enjoying the daily newsletters, even if you are just reading certain parts of it. If you like looking at the chart of the day, or if you looking at the top stories at a glance, or you like reading the whole thing, it's definitely worth opening and reading. I would say most of it, unless you really don't like certain parts. I know some people, what do they skip over? Some people don't like looking at the market watch, which is just giving you a snapshot of the day. Some people do like it. But all in all, I think everyone reads the top stories at a glance, plus the main stories and the chart of the day. So let me know if you guys are enjoying the morning forecast as well. Anyway, the top stories today are chips lead a rebound. Semiconductors bounce to start the week after chip index fell into a bear market and the Nasdaq lost 2.9%. Big tech faces its test. Remember, this might be slightly out of date now because this is more for before the opening bell. So this is sort of something you read about 8 hours ago, 9 hours ago, is sort of when this is relevant. But obviously, some of these top headlines are very important, such as oil holding near a 1 month high. Oh wow, look at this. Why is this not reading out? Oh, my sound effects went on. Here we go. I'll read it out. Bloody hell. Fafo, Lucasades always win the war. Thank you, Diesel Raider. Oil holds near a 1 month high. Again, I get concerned when oil gets above 80 on WTI, and then I call for rate hikes when it gets above 90. We're sort of holding above 80, so slightly concerned, but not until we get above 90. That's when I would say rate hikes are imminent. Starship SpaceX launch is slipping again. We're looking to be later this week on that. Gold holding on to $4,000. Crypto drifts on gridlock. ECB, that's coming in later this week. Earnings season revs up. General Motors, Lockheed Martin open a heavy reporting week tomorrow, spanning the car and defense trade. So earnings season is wide awake now. We looked at banks last week. Coming on to some big earnings this week, including Tesla, General Motors, Lockheed Martin. Deep dive on XRP. We released our XRP weekly yesterday. I hope you enjoyed reading that. We'll go through some certain parts of that today's show, the XRP chart. And again, we also released the week ahead. That is the newsletter you can always refer back to during the week. It's your economic calendar. What's going on this week? What does it look like? Well, it looks like, can I bring it up on here? There you go. You can see what it comes up as. You can see the image there will tell you exactly the most important things, and then day by day. And then you can get a bit more information in the newsletter as well. Looking at last week's major events, just a quick roundup of that. And then this week, Alphabet, Tesla earnings on Wednesday, ECB, UK inflation, PMIs, Intel earnings, UK jobs report, and you can see day by day what is going on, what is important, or you can look at the graphic there. But you can always refer back to that. I can't believe this. Read it to get ready for the week.
At Crystal Prism has become a member.
Thank you, Crystal Prism. I appreciate it. Let's go over to the live chat, getting ready for the market to open as well. Let's go over here. And hopefully, let me go to the live chat and make sure we can see everyone. Thank you, Diesel Raider, for your super chat. I appreciate it. Subwoofer says, hello, everyone. C. Marty, congrats. Yes, for being a member for a year. Good evening, Sensei, everyone. Lovely to have you here, KC. C. Marty says, get the newsletter. It's so good. I love it. Free promo. I love it, C. Marty. Thank you so much. The link is is pinned, and it's also the first link in the description. So thank you, C. Marty. Oil coming down. Again, it's strange. Yeah, it's sort of what I expected. Again, we're not in a full-blown sort of war as we were before. It's just hovering around $80. It's hovering potentially near the danger zone, but not high enough to cause concern for the market. Jim Ricketts says, good evening, Sensei. We need a big boost soon. It's always bad when we say we need. We shouldn't need anything. It's when we use language like that where we might be in trouble. But I know what you mean, Jim. Thank you very much for your comment. Henrik says, good evening all. I see the bullishness staying too long. I believe XRP will go under $1. Thank you, Dan. You can't see it staying too long. Yeah, we'll come onto the chart. I'll give you my thoughts and the news stories in a second. We're just waiting for the market. I am right. The market closes in 3 minutes, right? US market. It's because of all these time changes. It always throws me off. But I believe, let me see, is the market still trading? Let's go over to one of the big movers today. That Vaz is covered. Oh, that's the wrong ticker symbol. Arch Aviation, up 20% today. Yeah, markets are still open. I believe they close in about 3 minutes. Someone's shouting at the screen saying, yes, it's 3 minutes. What are you on about? How do you not know them when the markets close? Just someone let me know. Just give me some reassurance that it is in 2 minutes' time that the market closes, or let me know if I've got it completely wrong. I'm 99% confident. Maybe I'm too confident. The nervous wait for someone to let me know. 2 minutes. Yeah, thank you, Jerry. There we go. I'm right. I don't really care about the market. Close, personally, I like the market open and I trade it throughout the day. It doesn't really matter anymore with overnight hours as well. But it's always worth covering. 2 minutes. Yes, the market closes in 3. Thank you, everyone. I know everyone was screaming at the screen. I was very confident, but I started to doubt myself when I looked at the chart. Anyway, Archer up 20% today. AMC up 23%. Congratulations, those who are... Oh, gold coin, Diesel Raider. Thank you so much. I know a lot of people are in the eVTOL sector. Thank you, Vaz, for bringing to our attention that this week could get very interesting in the eVTOL market with all the news coming out from Farnborough. And I think Vaz is currently, I've seen on the YouTube studio, he's currently uploading some behind-the-scenes content for those people that supported him on his journey to Farnborough. 100 times 2 joules. Wow, Knocking Star, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Look at these jewels. I love them. What are they? I still don't. Martyn, am I getting paid for these jewels? I don't know. Oh God, I've never seen these jewels. I mean, I've seen them, but I just don't know what they are. I just think they're a different way of super chatting, right? But I appreciate it. Here we go. How many seconds? 3, 2, 1. And the market is closed. What do we have? Let's go through some of these top stocks. Let's start with the main stocks. Martin in the chat. Yes, you are. Brilliant. I love it. I like the jewels then. Send more jewels. If I'm getting paid for the jewels, send more jewels. I love it. Newsletter. Sorry. There are some special secret ones to find. Ooh. You have to hit all the jewels. Find the special secret ones with special reactions. Okay. Interesting. There's special ones. Someone find a special one. I want to see what this is all about. Markets just closed. XRP up 1.6%. Ethereum up 1.3%. They're still obviously going to be open. Silver up 1%. Bonds up 1%. Oh, bonds heading up. I've told you. It came in for the retest and now we're heading up. That's the single worst thing over the next 5 to 10 years is bonds potentially heading higher and higher as US debt gets worse and worse. I've seen more coming in. Clutch. Gold coin. Those aren't the special ones. I assume if there's a special one, something will happen on my screen. So let's see if you guys can find the special ones. Oil up slightly today, but it's in the danger zone. It's above 80. Above 90 is when I say rate hikes. But between 80 and 90, the longer it stays there, the more danger we're in. Bitcoin up slightly. NASDAQ pretty much flat on the day. S&P pretty much flat on the day. It tried to rally up throughout the day, but ended up back where we were on the close yesterday. Happy center gold. So Happy Poop has just come in from Knocking Star. Thank you, but I don't think that's a special one. We would hear some special reactions if it is. The FTSE is down slightly. Guys, if you have just tuned in for the XRP story, we're coming on to it in a second. How have I not wrote that? We're covering the bell right now. They are hidden, says Sammy. No, there'll be... I'm assuming by what Martin said, there's some special ones with special reactions. So something will happen to my screen if someone finds the right one. Okay, so that's the main ones. Let's go through some other top positions. AMC ended up the highest, up 26%, followed by Archer Aviation.
Believe this.
Oh, I thought someone found it.
At Matthew Wheeler 64 has become a member.
That's another way to get a special reaction. Become a member or do a super chat. You're guaranteed a reaction, but I think it must be the ones with the higher jewels that have a reaction. That's just my guess. But Matthew, thank you for becoming a member. I see you've already been a member before, so you already know all your perks.
At Honewayne 514 gifted fortune cookie X 380 jewels.
Wow.
Fortune cookie.
I think that's a special one. Jay Hone Wayne, you found one of them. I think there's other ones as well. Sent fortune cookies. Look at that. That was exciting. So now I know what Martyn means. There we go. That was interesting. I think there's other ones as well with different special reactions. But Joan Wayne, you were the first one. Thank you very much. Archer up 20%. Vertical Aerospace up 8%. Circle, who looked at Circle? When we looked at Circle, we are looking at potential positions around $60 when that gap closed. Again, I'm not the most bullish on Circle because of their very narrow way of making money, which is under threat by other stablecoins. It is still a possible to be a small part of the portfolio, and that's why it's been on sort of at my levels of interest around these levels. But again, not massive positions, but up on it, 8%. Alibaba up 4% today. Joby Aviation up 3.18%. That's looking interesting. We'll look at that in our private show. Fiverr up 2%. Again, all of these other ones not massive moves, so we'll skip over all of these. Have I added SpaceX to this watch list? I'll do it now. Yeah, add that to it. SpaceX, one of the bigger losers today, down 4%. Currently sat $120. That's looking tempting, isn't it? Me personally, I'm waiting, and I 50% chance I get it around $105. Again, I do think we'll get a bounce back, potentially all the way up to $140, $150 even maybe before we get that low. But now I'm looking at SpaceX at $120 and just continuously going down for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days in a row. It's gone down. We're due a bounce. Could you bring down the overlay for the jewels? Okay, let me see what I can do on that overlay. Jewels. That's the widget. Oh, no, not that one. What have I done? Let's keep that one locked. There it is. Unlock that. Okay, bring it down. I think I have to make it bigger now. Okay. It looks like there's a blue one behind your head. A blue what behind my head? What are you talking about? Anyway, SpaceX looking interesting, looking tempting. Maybe we start nibbling. Enphase down 5% today, and I told you many times, Enphase, I'm not going to hold long term. I'm going to buy it at $30. I'm going to buy it at $25, and my target is 58, 70, and 80. We hit 2 of the 3 targets. That's good enough for me. And again, maybe when we get back down to $30, I'll open another position. But that's just been bleeding since. DXYZ, that was that SpaceX play that we looked at about 2 years ago. When was it? Yeah, April of 2024. 2 years ago. That's crazy. That's the when we looked at it. And again,
Love the Rain gifted Eagle X 400 jewels. Eagle.
Oh! That was cool. The Eagle from Love the Rain. Thank you, Love the Rain. You found one of the special ones. That was a cool one. I'm enjoying these. How many special ones are there? That was cool. Thank you, Love the Rain. DXYZ, that was the SpaceX ETF, or it had SpaceX in the ETF. That was the only way to sort of get exposure to it before they IPO'd. That popped on the IPO and then fell back down. And then Wrap Technologies down 8%. So that's our roundup. Let's go over to our main stories of today, our XRP stories.
Dave_Aman gifted Uncle Alert X 440 jewels. Uncle Alert.
I'm loving these jewels. Wow, who was that? That was Dave Raman. Dave Raman, thank you so much for that. Is this one a special one? No, it's not. But Dave Raman, you sent a special one. Uncle Alert. Doesn't that mean you're an uncle? Do I give uncle vibes? I hope not. I thought yeah, maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not young enough. Am I young enough to be an uncle? Am I older? Sorry, older. I'm definitely old enough to be an uncle, but I'm not an uncle. So, is that what it means, Uncle Alert? I'm pretty sure that's what it means. Unk meaning. Yeah, it's a shortened word of uncle. There it is. Okay, let's go on to the main part of the show. Why everyone's here.
First gifted Fortune Cookie X 380 jewels. Fortune Cookie.
I love it. I love it. Good luck, Fortune Cookie. Who said that? That was Dino Stuff. Thank you very much for sending that jewel. These are fun. These are better than Super Chats. Actually, Super Chats, you can say words, but these are fun. These are more fun than Super Chats, I think. Sparkles. Diesel Raider sent a couple sparkles. Thank you very much. But the Gen Z meaning of Unk is Tob. What's the Gen Z meaning of Unk? I thought it just means uncle. Have I got it wrong? Diesel Raider with the happy poop. Okay, well, we're going to do a video now. I don't know how professional the video is going to look. I'm going to make it smaller just for when we're doing the video. I'm going to make it really small. Just so we appreciate it, but just while we're making this video, it's going to be smaller. The reason we're making a video is because it's pretty important information. We're going to be talking about the Clarity Act and XRP at $5. Look at that. It's still cute up there. Let me bring it down a little bit. I don't know why the top gets cut off even though it's in frame.
Blistkin 3539 gifted Mic Drop X 600 jewels. Mic
wow. Drop. That's 600 jewels. A mic drop. I love it. I love it. I'm going to keep it small in the corner. Who did that? Everyone doing these jewels aren't even members. I love it. Where are the members at? All the non-members are sending jewels. Peel Skin sent a mic drop. Thank you very much. Okay. time to start this. So let me just get everything ready. We're going to be talking about the Clarity Act. So let me have the poly market open there. We're going to be talking about the Democrats. What do we have here? What's going on here? I've got an account. Why is it not? It doesn't matter. I just need the headline. That's there. Oh, Knocking Star is sending something. Knocking Star sent us Sunday, 400 joules. Thank you very much. Look at that. But it's not a special one. I'm going to move this over, move the XRP charts over. Just setting up so I can give you the full context of the Clarity Act and the XRP. Can everyone make sure you've hit the like button? If I look and we're under 100 likes, I'll be very upset. Let me have a look. In fact, I'll give you guys a chance first to hit the like button. Get this ready.
RJ Evolved gifted Stay Hydrated X 550 joules. Stay hydrated.
Cheers. Thank you, RJ. I appreciate it. That's another one of those special ones that get read out. Thank you very much. Promo. Gimme. What do you mean, Ben Baines? Just the money machine. What's going on? I haven't promoted a single thing. What's going on? Ben Baines, what are you talking about? Promo. Gimme. I'm so confused. What does that mean? What am I promoting? I don't understand. Okay, I'm getting ready for this video anyway. People are sending super chats. Should I not be thankful? Should I not react to people's hard-earned money? I don't know what's going on. Okay. Oh, here we go. Love the channel. Thank you very much. But we're here for the news, not the emotes. Well, there's two groups of people. There's one group of people which are here for the news, want to make money, and the part of the community. And remember, without that side of the people, we wouldn't be here. If we were only doing content for the people that just want the news, we wouldn't be able to be live. We wouldn't make any money. We wouldn't be able to be live, and YouTube wouldn't share out the news. So I'm very thankful to the people that aren't here just for the news. I'm very thankful for the community members, the ones that want to support the show. Because without them, I wouldn't be able to provide free news to you, Ben Baines. You wouldn't be able to get the news if it wasn't for the others.
Power Potion X 500 joules. Power Potion.
I love it. There it is. Dalish, thank you so much. 500 joules. I love it. Okay, so let me get ready there. That's the XRP chart. We'll start off by doing the Clarity Act and the $5. And then it'll also come out as a video for free to everyone else who doesn't want to be here in a live show but wants to watch a video. I'm here for the news emotes. I think he's saying this. Look, send a power potion. All love, bro, but the last 5 minutes have all been about emotes. Yeah, because it's a new thing on YouTube. Guys, it's a live show. If you want just the news, go watch the videos or wait for us to start the news. Your content is enough. It's awesome content. Oh, thank you. Well, you're being nice and being mean at the same time. I don't know how to feel. See, Marty, I'm here for everything. F the news. Let's just do gems. See, Marty, we always do what the community wants. Trolls, the new gems to help the channel. It's new gems to help the channel. It's magic. Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, you've kind of slowed me down anyway. The trolls have slightly slowed me down. Oh, maybe not a troll. Ben Baines has slightly slowed me down. I'd have been on the news sooner if I didn't have to explain myself. And anyway, let's start. Let's not let that put us down. We're here for everyone. The people that want the news, but more importantly, the ones, community members that want to support and get the news. So let's start with this. Breaking news on Martyn Lucas Investor. we are looking at the Clarity Act and XRP potentially hitting $5. Those two stories are very much interlinked. And if I show you the chart on the screen right now, we have got a whole year that we've been compressing in price, with the most important horizontal support level at $1 and the most important trend line. No, there is not one more important trend line than this on XRP. It is the line we've been tracking this whole bear market. These two have come together and we are on the verge, and even might have already happened, a breakout that, paired with some of the news that's coming out, could take us to $5. There is a lot of fake news around the $5 as well, so I want to be very clear in this video. I'm going to tell you about the possible breakout. I'm going to tell you about my strategy. I'm going to tell you about the upside targets and the potential downside targets. I'm going to tell you about the DTCC with the $5 confirmed, as some people are be calling on X. I'm going to debunk that, but then actually tell you if $5 is possible, when we can get $5, and how I'm going to trade this breakout, how I'm going to get ready for the potential down, the down days as well. Essentially, everything. If you are holding XRP, if you are invested potentially even in the crypto market as well, the Bitcoin, HBAR, any of those sorts of coins. If you are investing in the market, now is the time to wake up. Now is the time to start following the news. Now is the time where we potentially have a major breakout. And as I've always said, for the last year, when I turned bearish on XRP, the community hated me. But now we're down over 50, 60, 70% from those highs. Now they understand why I turned bearish. I turned bullish at 30 cents on XRP a couple years ago. We took it to $3.30. Now we're here at $1. It's the second half of a midterm year. Normally, this is where we can accumulate. Normally, this is where we get the bear market bottom. So now it's time to look at XRP. Let's come on to our top stories today about the Clarity Act, the XRP, and the chart. It's all going to be in this video. I'm going to have timestamps below as well, so you can see, so you can jump to your favorite part or see what's upcoming in the video. But without further ado, one thing I ask you to do is just hit the like button. If we get to 500 likes, I will give $100 to our favorite charity. I will post the link out there. So let's see. Just came up with that off the top of my head. Let's do it. It's free. 500 likes, $100 goes to charity. Let's see if we can do that. That will be nice as well. Might as well. And please do subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you want the XRP news every single week, we provide it in our XRP newsletter, XRP Weekly, sensei.news. Go and sign up for free, or become a premium member, and you get the full XRP newsletter. You get the morning forecast every day, 2 hours before the opening bell. You get the chart training course. You get the trading view indicators that I'll be sharing with you in this, but you can again apply it to every single one of your charts. The chart training course, the one-on-one DMs with me, all of that you can get down below, first link in the description, and I'll put a little discount there as well. So what am I talking about? Well, let's go over to our very own newsletter, because there is the information. So if I click on it here, let me tell you first. Should we first talk about the Clarity Act? I think it's very relevant to talk about the Clarity Act, because that could be the one thing we need to take XRP to $5 this year. The wait for the Clarity Act final text is over. On the 14th of July, the Senate released the merged version of the Digital Asset Market Clarity Act, the single draft that combines the Banking Committee and the Agricultural Committee versions into a bill that can actually be voted on. So essentially what I'm telling you here is there had to be a final text, a text that they can actually vote on. They need to agree on a text, and they've got it. However, the Democrats wanted a very important piece of text, which is about the ethics. Unfortunately, that wasn't in it. So let me continue with what we've written here. It came in at about 70 pages longer than earlier drafts, with extra consumer protections. But it was missing the one thing Democrats had named at their price. There was no ethics provisions. No rule essentially stopping the government officials from making money in the industry they're about to regulate. That's the rule Democrats want. You would think that's not too much to ask, but no, they couldn't get that wording in it. Within hours, Senator Chris Murphy, Chris Van Hollen, and Jeff Merkley held a press conference to formally oppose the bill. The ethics fight is really a fight about one person. President Trump's latest financial disclosure showed roughly $1.4 billion in crypto-related income. including about 636 million from the Trump meme coin. That is down, let me remind you, over 98% from its highs. The largest crypto income ever declared by a US president. So essentially, that's why the Democrats want some certain provisions. Now, you can let me know in the comment section below. Should there be ethics provisions in the text, or should there not be? Is everyone over inflating and over criticizing Trump, or is it validated Trump's criticism? Let me know in the comment section. Let's start a debate. We could get a bit. We could have a debate in the comment section. But please, guys, remember, whether you're Democrat, Republican, Independent, not in the US, out of the US, let's keep it civil. At the end of the day, the governments try and divide us. Let's unite. Let's have a healthy debate. Let's go at it in the comment section, but ultimately, keep it clean. Don't go crazy. Let's continue. So Democrats argue Congress cannot write the rule books for an industry the sitting president is earning from without guardrails. And Murphy put it bluntly, there is no reason to pass a new regulatory system for crypto if this system does not stop Trump's corruption, is what he said. Even crypto-friendly Democrats are holding the line, with Senator Kirsten Gillibrand saying enforceable ethics language is a condition of her vote. The White House says it will accept the rules that apply across the board from the president to the intern, but nothing aimed at Trump specifically. And I'm going to tell you why this is so important. You might be like, get on with the news. Are we going to $5? Are we going to $100? That's not the point, guys. You need to understand the news to understand where we're going. Because if you understand the news, this is tilting the odds of the Clarity Act to not go through. But if it does go through, the market's not expecting it, and that's when you can get the short squeeze. So you have to think about the news, you have to think about what the market's thinking, and you have to be one step ahead. So let's continue with the news. And then I'll come onto the chart, and then I'll talk about the DTCC $5, all in this video. So make sure you've hit the like button. Here is the maths problem underneath it all. Passing the Senate takes 60 votes, not a simple majority, because of the procedural hurdle called cloture. I probably butchered that. Think of it as a gate the bill must pass through before a final vote is even allowed. Republicans hold 52 seats following the death of Senator Lindsey Graham on the 12th of July. So the bill needs at least 8 Democrats to walk through the gate with them. Right now, only 2 have said they might, and both want ethics language first. So it's looking currently unlikely. And if it's looking unlikely, the market hasn't priced and it goes through. So if it does go through, the market hasn't priced it in, and then you get the short squeeze. So we'll come on to that shortly, and then I'll tell you my thoughts and all. But essentially right now, we need 60 people to want this to essentially vote for it to go through. There's only 52 Republicans. We need 8 Democrats. And right now, it doesn't look like 8 Democrats will vote on it. And then we've got the other problem. Can they even get any floor time? With the August recess coming up, the midterms coming up, can they even get it through? Well, the calendar is just as unforgiving. Majority Leader John Thune has promised a floor vote before the summer recess. And this week, the week of the 20th of July, is when floor time is expected to open up. So, are we going to get a vote this week? The catch is that the Senate procedure requires 2 of those 60 vote gates, and each one can eat most of a working week. That puts the realistic window for a final vote actually between the 27th of July and the 7th of August, the day the Senate leaves town. Senator Cynthia Lummis, the bill's loudest champion, we all know Senator Lummis, we all know the fight she's had for crypto, the pro-crypto stance we have, and a lot of us actually respect her for what she's done and the time she's put into this. She says failure this year likely delays crypto legislation, wait for this, until 2030. And her message to colleagues has been simple. They want to build here, let them. Pass the Clarity Act. And that's the crazy part. If it's not done, basically within the next 2 weeks, we could not have the Clarity Act until 2030. Now, do I actually think that would be the case? I actually think the Democrats were turning a bit more pro-crypto, especially at the end of their term with President Biden, when they realized how important crypto actually is and how many people, including the general public, is very pro-crypto and they want the innovation on shore. They did too little, too late. But I think there are quite a few Democrats that are in support of crypto and the innovation. So I don't think we'll have to wait till 2030. I just think the text will have to be amended if we don't get it in the next few weeks. Let's continue. Let me tell you what the betting markets are saying. Polymarket. So on Polymarket, the odds of the bill becoming law in 2026, at one point, there were 82%. That was in February. They collapsed to the mid-20s when the ethics standoff peaked on the 17th of July. A few days ago, we actually went into the 20s and has since recovered to about 46%. It's a bit volatile. If we're looking at it right now, it's about 30%. For XRP, the stakes could not be plainer. Its status as a commodity currently rests on agency guidance, which works like a company policy. The next boss could tear it up overnight. The Clarity Act would turn that policy into law, which only Congress can undo. And if Senate does pass it, the House has committed to fast-track the bill straight to the president's desk, meaning the next 3 weeks in the Senate are the whole game. If they vote for it in the next 3 weeks, because it's only going to be in the next 3 weeks, then it will go straight to the president's desk and we'll have it before the end of the year. If the Democrats don't vote for it, or for example, the ethics text doesn't come into play and the Democrats don't vote for it, we might be looking at 2030. In my opinion, it'll be a bit sooner because they'll get around to something they agree on. But right now, there is, and we're looking at the live odds right now, a 31% chance that it gets signed into law in 2026. So the market's not pricing it in. And it's not all about what is a commodity, what's not. The Clarity Act, yes, it's great for XRP's legal status, but we already know XRP's legal status. We already know they won the lawsuit. Yes, it can be overruled in theory. It won't be, but it could be. It's much better for every other token out there. It's much better for the whole crypto scene. It's much better for the companies behind that work with cryptos, that use crypto. And if there's clarity, and as I always said, we want regulation, not over-regulation, not under-regulation. We want clear rules of the land so that the companies can operate within them, so the companies can innovate, so the companies can compete. And if that happens, money flows into the crypto space. It doesn't matter whether you're holding XRP or Bitcoin or Ethereum or any of the top tokens. If money's flowing into the space, money will find its way to the top cryptocurrencies, the ones that are here to stay. So it's not just about, is XRP a commodity or not? We already know it's a commodity. We already know that we don't need the Clarity Act for it to say XRP is a commodity. But it's about the whole industry. Then money will flow in. Then institutions will get involved. And that's what can really propel us into a really great bull market, especially if the market doesn't think it's going to happen. If the market thinks there's only a 30% chance it's going to go through, and it does go through, and it does surprise us, and we do get a vote next week, then just be prepared for that scenario, because there's a chance it can happen. Again, I don't think it's going to happen, but I'm still prepared for it to happen, because what I've learned is expect the unexpected in crypto. Be prepared for both sides of the argument. And if the market's not pricing this in to happen, the market will be caught by surprise if it does happen. And if it does happen, we can have XRP go straight to 130 in a day. It can no longer test $1. It can go into a bull market. It can go to $2, then break that, $3. Then it can go to all-time highs. And then it can hit our targets of the bull market of $5 to $10 before you've even processed the news. You could be sat on the sidelines. You could not even have an XRP position, and we can already be at all-time highs because you weren't prepared for the upside scenario. Now, on the flip side of that, I've told you it's more likely than not, actually, we won't get the Clarity Act passed. And if the Clarity Act doesn't pass, and we get a bit of a negative turn in the stock market, second half of the midterm years, we're expecting the S&P 500 to have a bit of a pullback from now until the next 5 months, and the crypto market could follow. And then we can also go to the downside. So the people that are telling you XRP is going to $10, $100, $1,000, just ignore them. You have to take it step by step. We're definitely not going to $1,000, I think, ever. That is a more likely than not. We're never going to see anything above $500, $200 in theory. Anytime, again, We might hit $100 in 10 years' time, maybe, but let's not think about those numbers. Let's ignore those people because they cloud our judgment. And essentially, what happens when you listen to people like that is when you get a 500% increase and XRP is at $5, because you've got them in the back of your head telling you XRP is going to $100, you're not going to sell, and then XRP comes all the way back down to $1, and then you've made no profit. So ignore those stupid people on the internet because all they're trying to do is sell you leverage trading, sell you stupid different ways of custodying your crypto, and ultimately they're going to make you lose money. So ignore them and focus on the facts. A $5 XRP is incredible. A 5x on your XRP position in under 5 years is incredible. Nothing else in the market will give you returns like that. And that's a real possibility. I do want to stress, nothing I'm saying is financial advice. Please do not buy or sell based on anything I say. I'm just giving you my thoughts and opinions. My personal strategy is be prepared for both scenarios. So I'm going to tell you about this breakout in a second. I'm going to tell you about the $5 DTCC as well. But my personal strategy is be prepared for all scenarios. There's only 3 scenarios that can happen. It can go up, it can go down, it can go sideways. What are you prepared for XRP to go into a bull market and hit your targets of $1.50, $2, $3, all-time highs, $5, $10? Are you prepared for that right now? Because that could happen if the Clarity Act passes and we get a bullish shift in the crypto market. That could happen. The bear market might be finished. Right now, if you're looking at the chart, the multi-year downwards trend on the XRP's chart has been broken out of. Very quietly, we've seen a breakout occur. Look. Over here, a breakout has occurred. So this could be the beginning of the bull market. Are you prepared for that? If the answer is no, do you want to be prepared for it? Do you want to take the risk of XRP and take it up? Or do you want to take the risk of not being in it and for it to go to all-time highs? That's a question you have to ask yourself. I'm not telling you to buy. I'm not telling you to sell. Just ask yourself, are you ready for XRP to go up? The next question is, can you afford for XRP to go sideways? It could be range bound. We can be in a range between 90 cents and 130 for the next 5 months. Are you ready for that? I am. And then the third question is, are you ready for a downturn? How can we get a downturn? This could be a fake out. The Clarity Act doesn't pass. We get the stock market have its midterm correction, second of the midterm. Maybe in a couple months' time, we get that final 20% correction. XRP breaks $1. It capitulates. We get that one final capitulation that we saw in 2018 and 2022. That takes the crypto market down. XRP capitulates and goes down to 90 cents. It goes down to 80 cents. And it gets so bad, Michael Saylor sells all his Bitcoin and MicroStrategy go bust or whatever the catalyst is. We don't know what it is now. And XRP goes down to 50 cents. Can you buy at those levels? Do you have limit order set up? What do I always say? In crypto, you want limit order set up because big moves happen very fast. We're down 50% in a second and then we're up 50% in a second, and we've seen it on XRP before. Have you got your limit order set up? Now, if you are prepared for the upside, if you are prepared for the downside and prepared for the sideways action, you're not going to panic sell, you're not going to panic buy, you're going to be best positioned if you want to be positioned. Now, remember, the crypto is not for the faint of heart. Crypto is volatile. Crypto is emotional. You lose a lot of money. You make a lot of money. Yeah, are you prepared for that? Do you even want to be involved? For most people, the answer is no. Go buy the S&P 500 every month when you get your money. Whatever you have spare, put it into the low index funds, a diversified portfolio, and just touch it and go away. And in fact, I even do that. 80% of my portfolio is in that. I just want to see if I can beat the market with the 20%. Remember, 95% of the market lose, 5% win. That's the name of our chart training course, and that's why I win with my other 20%. But for most people, you will lose with the other 20%. So at least have your safe assets on the side. Anyway, that's the main point I wanted to make. Be prepared for the upside, downside, sideways action. Let's move on to DTCC, which is also talking about $5. Everyone on X has taken this way out of context. Let me tell you what's important. I do have more stories in this newsletter. For example, the Swift language, the 8 million accounts that have been created. So do go check out the XRP Weekly. We actually put out the top news stories, real news stories, not all of this fake stuff you get from all these other YouTubers that are just trying to sell you clicks, just trying to make you lose your money on leverage trading. We don't promote any of that. We're not sponsored by anyone. This is our very own newsletter. I spent hours putting this together. And in this newsletter, you get the top stories, you get polls, you get the deep dives, you get my chart every single week, because right now it's so important to start tracking XRP. And this is the other story I wanted to go through. The XRP is in the DTCC's collateral rulebook. and $5 is the line that matters. Guys, if you're still with me and you're watching this as a video, I know we're making this during a our live show, but if you're watching this as a video, let me know in the comment section. Just say, I'm still watching. In the comment section when this video comes out, just write, I'm still watching. And guys, I know a lot of you have still not hit the like button. If you watch this far, you can hit the like button. Please do hit the like button. I'm just going to tell you about the DTCC, and then we're going to wrap this video up. But this is a very important story, and I want to explain it very, very clearly to you guys. So hit that like button. Remember, 500 likes, and we give away $100 to charity. Okay. I see the people in the live chat are still here. Yeah, still watching. Let me know in the chat if you're still watching live, and let me know if you're watching this as a video in the comment section if you're still watching. Okay, XRP is in DTCC's collateral rulebook, and the $5 is the line that matters. So, very interesting rule we have here. The $5 needed for XRP. Let me tell you what that's all about. So, the Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation, that's the DTCC, essentially the plumbing that clears and settles most of the US securities market. Now, so again, a $1 trillion sort of entity that clears, that has the plumbing, now spells out how XRP is treated as collateral. They specifically named XRP. So there is a bullish side to the story, but too many people on X, too many YouTubers have just blown this out of proportion. So I'll tell you what's actually going on. Under the NSCC risk margin guidance, XRP priced at $5 or below carries the haircut applied to illiquid assets, which can reach 100%. While if it's above $5, it could qualify for a haircut closer to 35%, depending on how and where it trades. Let me tell you what that means. Essentially, if it's above $5, it gets more favorable outcomes. In plain terms, a haircut is the discount applied to an asset's value when it is pledged as collateral. And 100% haircut means it counts for nothing. So right now, XRP as collateral means nothing. With XRP near $1.10, an institution can technically hold it within the DTCC framework, but it can't use it efficiently as collateral. The real story is that XRP appears in the rulebook at all. Clearinghouses do not write margin rules for assets they expect to stay irrelevant. So they've actually named XRP, and if they thought it was going to stay irrelevant, we wouldn't have. Why is that not updated? Well, let me just give me a second. We would not have this as a clearly named in the DTCC wording. So let me just give me 1 second. I have updated. Yeah, if I just scroll up, I've got some more information that I did add. So let me go here. Collateral is the key word, and it's a simple idea. When a big institution borrows money or backs a large trade, it has to hand over something valuable as a security deposit, exactly the way a landlord takes a deposit before handing over the keys. Cash, government bonds, blue chip stocks, and the classic are the classic choices because they're safe and easy to sell. That's collateral. The question the DTCC rulebook now answers is this. If an institution wants to put XRP as that deposit, how much credit does it get? The answer depends on the $5 line. Under the NSCC rules, any asset priced at $5 or below is treated as illiquid, meaning it's considered hard to sell quickly without moving the price, and it gets what the rulebook calls a haircut of up to 100%. A haircut, as I said, a haircut sounds technical, but it is just the safety discount the clearinghouse knocks off an asset's value. For example, pledge $1 million of an asset with a 35% haircut and it counts as $650,000 of backing. A 100% haircut means it counts as zero. With XRP trading at $1.10, that is exactly where it sits today. An institution can hold XRP inside the DTCC's framework. but a deposit is currently worth nothing. Above $5, that picture changes because the haircut would drop to roughly 35% and XRP would start functioning as a real usable collateral. So the fair question is, why $5? Because the price of a coin means widely different depending on how many of the coins exist. For example, you can have 10 coins and $5 would mean a market cap of $50, which would be silly. But again, the answer is that line is borrowed straight from the stock market, where regulators have long treated anything trading under $5 a share as a penny stock. And in that world, a price that low usually signals small, risky, thinly traded companies. Crypto does not work in that way. A token's price per coin is mostly an action of supply. XRP trades near $1.10 because there's roughly 60 billion XRP in circulation, or 100 billion if you want to include what Ripple holds, which makes it a $68 billion asset. The 6th largest crypto, with hundreds of millions of dollars changing hands every day. A company whose shares traded at $1.09 would almost never look like that. So the $5 line is not a judgment on XRP size or liquidity. It is just an old stock market yardstick laid over a new kind of asset, and is why one of the most traded digital assets on earth currently sits in the same bucket as a penny stock. Then the Internet of Gold got hold of it. DTCC confirmed as XRP to $5. And this is what people on X said. Post-tour all around X all week, treating that number as a price target from the heart of Wall Street. It is nothing of the sort. The $5 figure is an operating line within the risk table, and it says nothing about where XRP's price is going. A clearinghouse does not predict prices, it manages risk. This week's Debunked, and again, we've got a section in our newsletter, will take apart that claim in full. So you can go and see us debunking someone on X. Stripe away the hype though, and something real is left. Clearinghouses do not write risk rules for assets they want to stay irrelevant. XRP being named in the NSCC's framework means the plumbing of America's finance is preparing for a world where institutions hold it, move it, one day pledge it, and preparation happened without a press release or a partnership announcement. It is infrastructure being built in advance, and that's the most important type. When it's being built behind the scenes and when there's not that many eyes on it, that's when you know it's coming. Which is usually how institutional adoption actually looks. Quiet, procedural, and buried in the margin table. This is the part worth following from here, is whether XRP's treatment inside the rulebook improves. That could come from deeper, more liquid markets, or from the Clarity Act settling its legal status, either of which could shift how the NSCC classifies it. Today's entry reads, yeah, so essentially that's what I wanted to tell you about. At least I've told you about what the DTCC is, what that $5 level is that you might have seen on X. The bullish side behind it, and again, the overhyped side and the fake news from other people. Underlying, very bullish, but it's not something that the DTCC is telling us that XRP has to go to $5. That's confirmed. It's nothing of the sort. Again, in this newsletter, you can go down to our debunk section. You can see what David Schwartz has been saying. A couple of interesting tweets there, or X posts from David Schwartz. You've got our poll in there. Please do leave a like on. I'm going to leave the link to the XRP Weekly in the comment section. Go over to it, leave a like on it as well. Thank you. That's a new term for me, haircut. Yes, it's an interesting term. Hopefully I explained it well enough. I'm going to end this video here. We are actually about to go over to a private event, which we'll go through the XRP charts, my buys, where I'm looking. I'm answering all your questions on different chart requests. Again, going through those indicators that we have. So we'll come on to that. If you do want to join, you can always just become a newsletter member. I'll put the link for it just here, and 2 videos up here that you might enjoy. But until next time, if you're watching live, stay exactly where you are. We're ending the video now. If you're watching this as a video, you can always join us live when we make these videos. But if you're watching live right now, stay where you are. I'm about to end this video. 2 videos up here. Link to become a newsletter member there. Take care of yourselves and each other. Are you guys still here? How many of you guys left me? Let me know. Say hi. I'm still here. Let me know if you're still with me, if you're watching live. That will come out as its own video as well. I'll show you the XR. Let's move on from Clarity Act, XRP $5. Let's move on to the Q&A and the XRP breakout. Are you still here? Let me know if you're still here watching. Say you're still here. Oh yeah, there we go. Everyone, look at this. Let me show you this on the screen. Everybody's still here. Oh, why is that not loading? Still here, still breathing. Yeah, I love it. Still breathing, alive and here. Hi. Of course, we're still here. Love it. See, Marty, you guys are still here. Okay, I might actually leave the XRP breakout for the private show we're about to go on to. Again, you can see it in the newsletter if you're not a member of Discord. Stop clickbaiting. Time and time again, you guys complain about people promoting crazy price, and you're here promoting 5x in a short time frame when the market that hasn't moved this way in 12 months. Gian, have you seen what's going on? Let me just go over here. Okay, let me read this because again, this is another ridiculous comment. Stop clickbaiting. I haven't clickbaited. What's my title? XRP is quietly setting up for a massive move. If as I said in the video, if the Clarity Act passes, the market's not ready for it, and we can be in the end of the bear market, and we can go to $5 because that's the bull market target. That's not clickbait. That's fact. Again, the point of the title and the video is to get you intrigued, to go and click on it and deliver on the title and the thumbnail. And I delivered on the title and thumbnail because I've told you, if the Clarity Act passes, very big chance that we go into a bull market and we hit our target of $5 within a short amount of time, a year, 2 years, bull market. I mean, 5x in 2 years, that's a short amount of time. And again, that's my thoughts. I'm not promoting anything. I'm telling you my thoughts. I mean, that's just it's just ridiculous. The title is XRP is quietly setting up for a massive move. Why is it quietly doing? Because there's a breakout. There's a 1 year breakout on a downward sloping trend line. No one knows
Laughing
about.
Disco X 250 joules.
Grandma, I love it.
Disco.
Look at that. Grandma just gave us a laughing disco. I love it. Let me just explain this very clearly. XRP has been in a downtrend for a year. We predicted the top. We got the top. There we go. It's been in a downtrend. It's got a trend line, and it's been following that trend line the whole year. We've got a breakout on the trend line, and everyone's asleep. So XRP is quietly, because everyone's asleep, setting up for a massive move. We've broken a downwards sloping trend line. No one's covering it. No one even knows it's going on, so it's quietly happening. The massive move is because it's such an important trend line, it's actually a breakout. And then I've put Clarity Act in the title, meaning the Clarity Act has something to do with this. Put the 2 and 2 together. If the Clarity Act passes, very good chance we're ready for the big move up and ready for the end of the bear market. I've told you that's the case. I've not told you $1,000 XRP by Christmas, like some other people out there. I've not told you $5 confirmed. Anyway, Gia Nursery, please don't say silly things. God, have I promoted a leverage? Did I tell you guys to go and trade on KuCoin and lose all your money? Did I tell you to leverage trade? Do you know how much money we could make if we accepted the $50,000 sponsorship deals in Martyn's inbox? Do you know how much money we could make if I gave you a trading view? Sorry, not a trading, like a trading referral link to KuCoin or Kraken or Binance. Do you know why they do that? Do you know why every single YouTuber does that? It's because they know you're going to lose, because 95% of people lose. 99% if you're leverage trading, probably. Again. So they know you're going to lose. So why are they doing it? Well, because it doesn't matter if you win or lose. They're going to get commission, crazy commission on every trade you make. So don't compare us to all these stupid YouTubers that are making people lose money. We didn't predict $1,000 XRP by Christmas. We didn't say $100 XRP. The worst crime we committed last bull market is we said there's a road to $5 and there's a road to $10. The liquidity changed, the market changed, we changed our tune. But again, we took profits at $3, $3.30. I didn't wait for $100. And when I realized it's not going to go to $5 and $10, again, I never said it. It's definitely going to go there. We changed our tune. That's the biggest crime I committed last bull market, is saying that there's a chance we're going to $10. There we go. Anyway, it really annoys me because we're so different to all these YouTubers, and comments like that are just ridiculous. Jerry says here, still here, of course, mate. Still watching, still here, delivered on the title. Thank you very much. Oh shit, look, another non-member talking smack. You're the one here watching, listening to this. Clickbait in the YouTube. It's saying XR. Yeah, that's when it's $100, $1,000. I mean, I wouldn't hate it if someone came out with XRP to $100. I wouldn't straight away say, okay, that's the worst video ever, because maybe in that video, they've come out with a good explanation. They've come out with numbers. They're not talking stupidness. They're not promoting something ridiculous. And they're actually going, okay, here is a way we can get to $100. An academically researched way, showing the chart, showing some way. Again, I don't think it's going to $100 anytime soon, but I would respect the video if they maybe actually explained it. $1,000, I just certainly wouldn't respect at all, but $100 maybe. So we can't judge a book by its cover. We need to click on the video and understand what they're saying. Awesome Sensei is on. We have a small breakout like many before. Human Being Liz says 100. $5 is nowhere near the same as what other people are saying. YouTube, quit crying. Yeah.
Adhaja Evolve tipped $1.99 through Super Chat. Ignore the trolls. Lucas Aids are with you.
Thank you very much. Let me make that bigger again. Let's go on small. There we go. Thank you very much. Yeah, I know. That's appreciated. Come on, $5 is more realistic than all the BS you watch. If we get $5 to be happy, it's not $1,000. Exactly. What did someone say there? Let me go on to a different screen. XRP scam, no clarity act happened. I don't think. Okay. $5 is realistic, says Knocking Star. $5 is more promising than $100. If someone said XRP to $100 but had no real hard facts showing me, then that would bother me. Exactly, C. Marty. I didn't even see your comment, but you understand. You know what I'm saying. Tell him, Sensei, says Jerry. Ignore the troll. Leak says, with you. Do you know stuff? They never provide any data or details as to how or why it reached those levels. Yeah. But the reason they're doing it is because they're trying to sell you they're trying to get you to buy their stupid products and lose your money. Paul Dale says, sorry it took fact check you there. You have said you see a path to $100 to you and Martyn. Yeah, Paul Dale, did you hear what I said? I just gave you I literally said it today. There is a path to $100. And if someone came out and told me and explained the path to $100 like we have done previously, then it's fine. But if someone's just going to say $100 blindly and tell you $100 is going to happen next year, that's ridiculous. I've never said $100 is going to happen this year or next year. That's ridiculous. Someone said $100 is happening by Christmas. That's ridiculous. I've never said just saying $100 XRP is ridiculous. You have to look at the context and look at what C. Marty said. If someone said XRP to $100 but had no real facts showing that it wouldn't, but had real hard facts showing that wouldn't bother me, and it doesn't bother me either. And as you said, maybe we've even spoke about $100 XRP, not something that will happen very soon. But there we go. Watch at 1859. I think Sensei is trading XRP like a stock and doesn't understand it as a true use case. It needs to be a high price to run. Again, you've watched other YouTubers that are telling you XRP needs to be at $50, $100 for it to work properly. Unfortunately, Bainley, you need to go do your own research and realize that is not the case. XRP is just like a stock. It doesn't need to go higher in price for the use case to be there. It doesn't need to be $1,000 or $100. That's just all XRP propaganda they're selling you. $5 is the most conservative estimate I've seen online. I would ignore all the silly comments, Sensei. Thank you so much. Sensei almost said, no, did I? Paul Dale said, no, you did not say this yet. There we go. I said there's definitely a path to $100. I literally said in this video, I just made a video and I just said, and there's no need to fact check me. I've just said it about 10 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago. I said, $100 is a possibility. $1,000 is not a possibility, in my opinion. There's a path to $100. I literally said it 20 minutes ago. There's no need to fact check me. I've just said it 20 minutes ago. I don't disagree with you that I've said $100 is a possibility. I'm just not saying it's happening anytime soon. And the path of that happening is the one part of the top. I see a lot of price tags and no one has a clue what they actually believe have in possession right now. Whole agentic AI economy, believe it or not, doesn't matter to me. Growth and Life says still holding strong for XRP, but be realistic with it. Look quite in the video. Be prepared for both scenarios. On a side note, I just watched a drone spraying fertilizer on a cornfield. Here we come. That's interesting, isn't it? I love all the new technology. Jeremy Diva says 24 hours XRP to $100. That's the BS we hear on YouTube. Yes, that's the BS we're talking about. Even with leverage 2, C. Marty says, at the end of the day, it's the Clarity Act we need to focus on, and the world move it. Time to go members only, says Subwoofer. Mark Thrasher says, you have all been very careful not to say XRP is going to the moon. Martyn's here. He says, with all due respect to the trolls, with good practice, never taking sponsorship, I've beaten the market 3x 3 years in a row. No guessing, no gambling. My Discordians and members always win. There we go. That's something the trolls won't understand. If this statement is true, say yes or no in the chat. Fact check me live. Let's do a fact check. Has Martyn beaten the market 3x? No guessing, no gambling. Discordians, members, fact check Martyn. That's what he's asking for in the chat. Let me move this over. There we go. Maybe $50 in 10 years. Still ready for the trip? Maybe. But let's not look. Let's take it one bull market at a time. Yes. Okay, that's the fact check coming in. Q&A, guys. I think we've basically done the Q&A. If there's any other questions, let me know. But we are going to go over to our private show now. So let me get ready for that. There we go. How do the trolls feel now? All their yeses coming in. If you are first time here, or if you haven't heard about the newsletter, let me just quickly tell you about it. Here we go. The trolls aren't going to like me giving. Oh, wow. See Marty as special guest on the show.
Marty tipped £5 through Super Chat. I think this is what the trolls really want to say to you. Nappy funds for baby, hope family as well.
Thank you very much. Everyone is doing great. Thank you, C. Marty. I appreciate that. The Nappy Fund. That was the best stream ever. It's still going, it seems. If you haven't heard about the newsletter, or if you just want to understand it a bit more, the trolls are going to hate this. They're going to say you're promoting yourself too much. It's just 2 minutes, and I think it's fine. The newsletter, every morning of a trading day, you get the morning forecast, the top stories you need to know about, the deep dive on a certain crypto stock, or a cheat sheet, which is about an FOMC, a CPI event. Anything you need to know about that certain event is included in your morning forecast. You get the top stories every day. You get the chart of the day. You either get deep dive or a cheat sheet, which is within itself. That's the core part of the newsletter. Then we come on to other things like the XRP Weekly. Every Sunday we get the XRP Weekly, the charts of XRP, the stories of XRP, the real ones, not the fake ones. Fact check, the debunk section. We look at other people's X posts. We do polls. And again, every week now, we're going to be tracking the chart very closely. So you get that on Sundays. You get the week ahead, which is this newsletter over here. No, not that one. That's the chart training course. Where is that newsletter? It is here. Where essentially you get a newsletter that just covers the top things happening this week. So we've got Alphabet and Tesla earnings. It's just a very easy newsletter you can refer back to every day to see what's going on during that day, what you need to keep an eye out for. It's just an extra perk you get there as well. Then you also get Sundays with Sensei. So that's the private events. Any private events you do, you'll be invited to. We do at least one a week. Community, you get access to sensei.news Discord channels. You get lots of information there. You get private DMs with me. You can open a ticket, message me anytime. You get the chart trading course. Other YouTubers will charge more for that. That's included within our newsletter. And it's backed up by academic research. It's not nonsense. It's not AI trading bots that just make you lose money. It's actually based off academic research. It tells you all about charts. It tells you about everything you need to know about investing. It gives you 3 trading view indicators that are backed up by academic research. You get that as part of it. You get a net worth tracker. You get access to the £5,000 portfolio challenge and much more. You get that. Some of it's free, so you can sign up for free. No ads, no sponsors. The link is in the live chat. Let me see if I can give it to you again. Or you can go for the premium plan to get all of that. Again, this link will give you 25% off. Why can't I copy it? Interesting. Give me a second. I'll put it in the live chat. It's also I think it's pinned. So if you looked at the pinned, you can definitely. Oh, here we go. You can sign up as well. If you're watching this later, it's the first link in the description. There we go. So I think if anyone has questions, let me know. But you can also ask your question. If you're a premium member, we'll go over to the private show now, so you can ask your questions there. Always winning. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, let me just go to live chat. Yes, let's get to Discord. No trades allowed. no trolls allowed. Q&A for final coming. Yes, Gord's Q&A is now. If you have... Oh, why have I turned those off? Any Q&A you need, let me know now. Have a great day, guys. Not a member. Have a great private show. The main... Why are you not a member? You can join for a few dollars a month. You can join on the annual plan. It's about $10 a month and you get all those perks. You should join us. If you join right now, let me know. I'll give you a couple minutes. If you choose to join right now, I'll onboard you straight away, and then you'll be on that event, and you'll get all the other perks. Just let me know. Big SpaceX trade coming. See Discord and Electrum now. 700,000 in SpaceX. Wow. Good luck to you, Martin. The trade's there on Discord. Okay, no more questions. Then we will end the show. And let me know, who was it? What was the name? The Main Vein 7. The main vein 7. Yeah, let me know. Are you going to join us? Shall I keep an eye out for you joining? Let me know. And for all the people that are joining our private show, we're going to revert back to YouTube. Some people got very annoyed at me last week because I did it on Discord, and then the day after, people couldn't tune in. What's going on here? Let me...
At C4 Green tipped 10 New Zealand dollars through Super Chat. Little conspiracy theory to chew on for you cents. Smirking face emoji. Might be real, might not, no one knows, but 589 roots right down to King Nebuchadnezzar. This technology has very deep roots.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I appreciate the super chat, but please. Oh, God. I don't want to be rude. I love it. The support is brilliant, but please, this 589 stuff, don't fall for it. Don't get attached to it. The clearer your view and the less you listen to all of this nonsense, in my opinion anyway, the more you will be happy with the gains, the more you'll be happy with life, the more you'll be happy when XRP hits $5, $4. The more you think about all of this stuff, the less likely you are to make money, in my opinion. But 589, let's see what happens. $5.89 maybe. How about that? I'll get on board with $5.89. And maybe one day $58.90, 5-10 years down the line. But 589, please don't do it. Like I said, maybe it's real, maybe it's not. But yeah, I know, maybe it's real, maybe it's not. I don't know what evidence there is to suggest it's real, though. Maybe that's where it came from, C Marty. The first price it was traded at. Maybe that's where it came from. This 589 garbage again. Okay, there we go. Let's end on that note. You have super chat turned off. Okay. Just getting ready for the next. Yeah, so the next show, what was I saying? Yeah, people got annoyed at me because it wasn't on YouTube and they couldn't watch it the next day. So I'll give you the link in Discord, but it will be, I never said it was that price. Yeah, C4 Green. I guess you're right. What was I saying? Yeah, I'll post the link for the unlisted event on Discord. So if you're a private member, you will still have access to it. We're just not going to do it on Discord. And then everyone's going to get annoyed at me that I didn't do it on Discord. And then next week we'll do it back on Discord. We'll find a flow to it. But for now, what's more important is everyone being able to. Are we doing a full 589 breakdown now, Sensei? Not today. Please not. If a newsletter member requests it, then we're going to have to, but please don't. So yeah, today I'll give you the link to the unlisted event. In fact, I'll do it now. Let me give it to you now. Why is this so weird? And then you guys can all, if someone misses it, they can always catch up on it. So I'm going to post it in Sensei chat. In fact, let me just change the time first. As you can see, the main show has ended. We've gone through all our talking points today, so we're just getting prepared for our private show. In fact, maybe my private show should still be on. Clarity Act vote, that'll be fun. Is that this week, next week? It might be next week. That'll be very, very fun. I look forward to that. Let me give you the link here. So that's the next big show I'm looking forward to. Here we go. At everyone. I'm going to just give everyone the link to the private event. At everyone. Live here, private show. Actually, I won't post it yet. I'll create the event here as well. One event. Oh, that's this stage. But oh no, I shouldn't do it. Oh, that's interesting. Let me cancel that. Create event somewhere else, guys. I'm just setting up the show. How do I do this again? I'm just setting up the event, so bear with me. Discord plus newsletter members. There we go. Oh, that's where I put the link. Okay, I've got it. Okay, there we go. I'm about to set up on Discord. You guys will get the link. So it's going to be there. Start time is that. End time is that. Next. Great event. Okay, there we go. I think I've done it. So that's there. And I'm going to give everyone the link here as well. There we go. Send. Hopefully that's the right link. There we go. All set. Did I miss any questions? I will be happy when it reaches $3. That's where I started not knowing anything a lot about now, but not better shape because of the XRP. I've communicated. Yeah. Keep learning. Get ready for the bull market. Learn from your mistakes. You pick that number out of a bag. 365. 589 is more than that. Even the text at Ripple play to it. See, Marty, just send me all the information you have on it, and then I can look into it. Because sometimes, even however confident we are in something, we might be wrong about it. So maybe I'm wrong, maybe you're wrong. Who knows? Maybe neither of us are wrong. See, Marty, send me the information. Maybe I can look through it, and then maybe you can convince me, or maybe I can convince you that you're wrong. Maybe you can convince me that you're right. Let's see. Okay, guys, I'm ending the event. You should have got the link. Go into Sensei chat or look at the event upcoming on Discord. It's going to be a link to an unlisted event. It will literally be straight after this. So give me a couple minutes and I'll be live again for those people if you're a newsletter member or a Discord member. Until next time, thank you everyone for tuning in. Take care of yourselves. And press F. We've got another jewel there. Take care of yourselves and each other. Bye-bye.